From the USA. Go away. For this list, we'll be looking at countries and territories from which Americans are either discouraged from visiting or generally unwelcomed by the native populace. Our countdown of countries where Americans are not welcome includes Myanmar, Venezuela, Cuba, North Korea, and more. 1. North Korea. As it stands now, North Korea is one of the few countries in the world that U.S. citizens are outright banned from visiting. During the Trump administration, a ban on travel to the country was issued for anyone with an American passport. According to the U.S. Bureau of Consular Affairs website, only very specific exceptions are made by the State Department themselves. Prior to the ban, personal travel was permitted, as long as you were on contract with a North Korean guide. This prevented any, on your own, exploration of the country, but at least you could visit. Only time will tell if the travel ban will be lifted. 2. Iraq. Given the hostility that exists between these two countries, you may want to reconsider personal travel to this country. But should you proceed anyway, you'll need to go through their visa application process, and provide your passport, driver's license, a letter indicating why you are traveling there, and the appropriate fee. Be aware that both a copy and your original passport need to be sent to acquire the visa. In some cases, despite having filled out everything as needed, embassy officials have been known to just arbitrarily deny applications at random. Plus, the possibility of violence in the area may persuade you to travel elsewhere. 3. Saudi Arabia. Despite the fact that Saudi Arabia is a major supplier of oil to the United States, it has historically been difficult to get a visa to enter the country. Prior to 2019, they were only issued to individuals who were there on a religious visit to Mecca. Beyond that, no tourist visa was available and those from the U.S. had little ability to visit. However, major changes have been pushing through Saudi Arabia since the election of Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. For the first time, the country began offering visitation rights to many countries, including the USA. Only time will tell if this remains. 4. Cuba. The inability of Americans to travel to Cuba for business has its roots in the trade embargo established in 1958. The embargo also extended to Americans who simply wanted to visit the country for pleasure. So as far as official tourism goes, that's still banned and illegal today. However, Americans are permitted to visit the country under 12 different categories of travel that do not include tourism, so apply for a travel license under one of those categories. You'll always need a Cuba tourist card, aka a visa, to enter the country. Finally, be sure you have cash as you can't convert US funds while in Cuba, and be careful what you buy. Some businesses are off limits to American visitors.